Hey everyone, welcome back to Local Living. It's time for our good news, and joining me right now is Lisa Metters. Lisa, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
So I'm so excited to be highlighting what you do because you do so much for the community, and I really think that it's special how much you give back. And
Thank you.
I want to talk about your motivation in a little bit, but first let's highlight some of the organizations that you work for. I know you work for a lot of them, but two of the ones in particular that are very near and dear to your heart are the Burn Foundation here in Augusta and Shaping Lives for Tomorrow. Let's start with the Burn Foundation and what that does for the community.
Okay, the Burn Foundation actually houses families of burn victims that are at the Burn Center here in Augusta, which is one of the top ones in the country.
Wow.
So what they do is they have a house near the hospital, and they house the families, they feed them every day, and they allow them to have a place to stay while they're here visiting with their families that are going through treatments.
Gosh, I think that's so incredible that an organization will do that, and really it takes the support of people like yourself to be able to make that happen. And you were telling me during the break that your son is a firefighter, and that's kind of what motivated you and pushed you to want to work with this particular foundation. Is
Yes,
that right?
My son is a firefighter with Richmond County.
Okay.
And,
Shout out to him and Richmond
shout
County,
out
right?
to the whole firefighter
Right.
department. And he got out of the military and became a firefighter last year. So
Wow.
it just touched my heart when I took a tour of the facility. It was just amazing what they do. They also help the burn victims after they leave the facility with transportation, follow-up treatment, and things like that.
They don't just leave you. They continue to help
Yes.
in their services. Well, and that's really neat because I think that, too, I mean, through your son, I'm sure you have seen things that maybe his friends and have experienced through being in the military, being a firefighter. It's not easy. And so, again, I mean, the fact that this organization exists is pretty amazing. Now, I want to talk about Shaping Lives for Tomorrow. That's something you're also very involved with, and I think it's an incredible organization, really helping at-risk youth get the mentorship and counseling that they need. Tell me about that organization.
Well, it is an organization started by a prior military guy, and he has a big heart for helping youth to get them in the right direction with education, emotional support, mentorship. He's very strict. They have to come sharply dressed. Right. He teaches them how to go out in the real world and you know, be a productive citizen.
Right. And life skills are so important. And I think that, you know, education obviously is important. You're going to school and you're going to learn certain things. But having an organization like this also helps create that motivation outside of school to want to do the right things and make the right decisions. And you were telling me that the founder of the organization actually had a little bit of trouble himself.
Yes, he was one of those kids that needed that extra help.
Boost,
Yes, and I've met several last night at the benefit that actually were so excited to meet him because they were those kids.
Right.
And so they're now successful military soldiers and, you know, giving back to their country. And
that's amazing.
They're really thankful for it.
Really shows you that these organizations do go a long way and they impact several people for the long run.
Yes, and you can volunteer as mentorship through them too.
Absolutely amazing. Well, and so tell me about, you do several different events. You support these organizations by putting on different events, right?
I just really, I'm focusing on the local communities, charities, because I am local, and I'm successful, and I feel like if I'm successful in the community, then I need to give back to the community.
Well, there's one more really personal motivation, and I want to share that with people because you have a story of your own. You lost your daughter to cancer.
Yes.
Tell me about how that's inspired you to help.
My daughter inspired me. She was 24 when she got diagnosed with colon cancer.
Wow.
She was planning her wedding and was just an amazing person. She impacted thousands of lives, and she was so loving and giving. And I knew there had to be a bigger purpose for what she went through because she never complained. And so the community rallied around her when she was sick. And that is why I give back, because when we couldn't have done it without the community. So now I feel like I have to give back also.
You have a sense of responsibility.
I do.
To give back. Well, it's absolutely amazing, Lisa, that you can take something like that has been very hard on you and turn it around and make it positive. And I think that a lot of people need to hear that because you know, they can continue the impact that that
Yes.
person that they lost had on people. And so I'm so thankful that you do that for the community.
Yes,
here
I
in the
started a
CSRA.
foundation in her honor too.
Amazing.
And I give a scholarship away at her high school, and I help other cancer victims throughout the
As
year.
well. Well, that's so awesome, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our Good News
Thank you for
Local
having
Living.
me.